Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday, so it is a Friday fun. It is kind of a take a hike and get out in nature. And where would that be at? Well, it would be down there, down under in Australia, in Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park. So we're just going to call this Uluru. I'm not sure if that's right, Kata. And, this was, it's really famously known as Ayers Rock. Here's the national parks website, parksaustralia.gov, and they say Australia's most famous natural landmark has two names, Uluru and Ayers Rock. Which one was correct? Well, the rock was called Uluru a long time before Europeans arrived in Australia. The word is a proper noun for the okay, Pitjantjatjara language, which doesn't have an English translation. But in 1873, the explorer William Gosse became the first non-Aboriginal person to see Uluru. He named it Ayers Rock after Sir Henry Ayers, Chief Secretary of South Australia at the time. And so Ayers Rock was the most widely used name until 1993, when the rock was officially named Ayers Rock / Uluru, the first feature in the Northern Territory to be given dual names. So it says that means you can use Uluru or Ayers Rock to refer to the rock. However, in the national park, they always use the original name Uluru. So that's how I'm going to say it. And why did this make big news? Well, right here, this same Parks Australia has rain on the rock, because less than 1% of people get to see when there is rain in the park and this big rock becomes a waterfall. And so depending upon the amount of rain, now this right here is a storm in 2023 in June, and it hadn't rained in more than a decade. So this was some rain out here in June 2023. We can just kind of skip to some pictures, kind of little trickles of waterfall down the side, which, was a treat for a place that hadn't seen waterfalls in a long time. But it says here, after record-breaking falls in the top end just last week, a subsequent deluge occurred over the Red Center this weekend. As a result, visitors were lucky enough to witness an incredible phenomenon at Uluru, rarely seen at other times of the year. And this was a lot of rain. It created, there's a few videos out here, just very big waterfall, stunning, as they say. Well, you got little ribbons coming down here. You got some steady rainfall there. More ribbons. And some of the other videos here, that's coming down from the top. Here is Fox News Australia, I think, Fox News. They have a video out here.
More than 60% of sales on Amazon.
A video, well, you had to have an ad first, so, but look at the gushing waterfalls that people were just treated to last week when they had a very heavy rainfall out there. So, just a treat for the people that were out in the park. Most people, when they're out in a national park on a hike, it's disappointing day when it's raining. A lot of people will trudge through it, put a smile on their face. They're going to do it. I do it depending upon, I mean, not if conditions are crazy dangerous, but if you went out there in this rain, you could have been treated to this, which this news.com.au website says that it is known as one of the most magical sights you can witness during a visit to the Australian outback. It says here that the intense downpour across Saturday and Sunday caused water to collect at the top of the Uluru and then spill over the sides, with dozens of waterfalls falling down the massive monolith. It's a natural wonder that is rarely seen, with rain in the region only coming a few times a year. And they say, yeah, the average annual rainfall is 300 millimeters, but it varies a lot from year to year because, right, we said back here with this, 2023 rain, the waterfalls hadn't been seen in over a decade, so it hadn't really rained much in a decade, I'm assuming. But 300 millimeters for those of us on this side of the pond here, I guess, is equal to 11.81 inches. So, but yeah, it varies a lot from year to year. Average, is average over a bunch of years and years and years. I'm sure that this heavy rainfall here created help that average out. Now right here on Ayers Rock, on Rain on the Rock, it's such a big thing that the park itself has a whole page dedicated to Rain on the Rock. They tell you how to prepare for it. They say that, whoops. They say here that waterfalls appear all over Uluru during heavy rain, and many can be seen from the comfort of a dry vehicle. But, the two easiest and most impressive places to see them are these two locations that they say here. This is a video the park put out. And yeah, I'm sure that this nice little puddle here at the end, this nice little body of water that, I'd wonder how long that lasts for. Not very long, probably out there in the desert. But, when you go to these parks out in the desert, they say that, whole areas of life, come to life after a rainfall. And then they just, they just go away, and then they come back with this rainfall. So I'm sure that a couple days after this rainfall, when the water dried up, there might be some vegetation or things over here. But for right now, people last weekend, it seems, were treated to some spectacular falls out here in the park, and it's a rare treat. So this is just a great big fun planet, little big planet, and for me, I just love the place, and there's lots of cool places to go, cool things to see. And if you're in Australia when it's raining out here at the Rock, you will be lucky to be the 1% who get to see this spectacular sight. Stay tuned, people.